Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to yet another monthly TBR. I literally cannot believe that we are already in November and that I will be choosing my November TBR. This TBR is very important. We have 2 months left in the year, which means I have 2 months to complete my reading challenge. Currently, I'm sitting at 89 books for the year, which is an insane number. I am very proud of myself for that. But my reading goal is at 100. I read 11 more books in order to reach my reading goal, which means I need to read 11 books in the next 2 months. You may notice that this shelf looks a little bit different because I have some more books added to the shelf. Specifically, these two little sections right here. I did some book shopping when I was in the UK, and so I will probably be grabbing from these books a lot. And then I also have these two little guys I got while I was in the UK. I'm excited because we have some fresh books to choose from. As always, I will be using my TBR prompt wheel, and I actually added a few more prompts to kind of switch things up. And I don't know, I feel like the prompts have been pretty much the same for the past few months. For the past at least like 3 months, they've been pretty much the same prompts. Added a few more in there to maybe spice some things up. But I think this month I'm going to choose 6 books for my TBR. I usually choose 5, but this month I really need to kick my reading into gear. I've been slacking the past 3 months. I have only read 4 to 5 books per month for the past 3 months. I need to start filming for Bookmas this month. I'm hoping to do a lot of reading this month, so I will be picking 6 books for my TBR. So without further ado, let's spin for our first prompt. Okay, so we got on Kindle Unlimited. This one is a prompt that I have had for quite a bit now, and it's pretty much on there as a bit of a cheat code, just a little bit, because I do love reading on my Kindle and I do have quite a lot of books on here that are on Kindle Unlimited. This month I'm feeling very ambitious. I am just feeling, I don't know, ready to read some freaking books. So I kind of want to read some books that I may have been putting off and books that I know that I will really like once I read them. Starting off, we have Jade City. As we know, this is a soft DNF. I got, let's see, I dog-eared the page. I got 68 pages in and I just realized I was not in the mood for this. And so Jade City is on Kindle Unlimited. I've been putting it off for about 2 years now, and so it's about time that I pick it up. But there are a few others on here that are also on Kindle Unlimited. We have Serpent and Dove. This is a YA fantasy that I know is on Kindle Unlimited. I've been in more of a fantasy mood than a romantasy mood recently. Honestly think I want to choose Jade City. My cow fell off, so I'm gonna take off Big Ben right there. If you have watched any recent TBR videos, you know that this has been on my TBR quite a lot, but like I said, I have been in such a fantasy mood recently. I think it's because of the weather, if I'm being totally honest. Just really want to pick up a fantasy, and this is a is this an urban fantasy? I think this is an urban epic fantasy, I believe. Yeah, modern day epic. We're putting Jade City on my TBR. This is the first book on my TBR. It's time to spin for our second prompt, which is continuing a series. This is amazing because this is another thing that I want to tackle or start to tackle before the end of the year, and that is diving into some of the series that I have not continued. 2025 has been a year of me starting a bunch of series and then not continuing them because there are just so many books out there that I want to read, and I overwhelm myself with the amount of fantasy series that I start. So this is a great prompt because there is one in particular that I have been eyeing and I actually might start either today or tomorrow because I've been really wanting to, and that is The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. This is obviously the UK copy. I have the US version right here of Mistborn. When I was in the UK, I obviously got this book. Bookish vlog that I was filming while I was in the UK will be coming out after this video, so keep an eye out for that if you want to see me bookshop for any of these books and also see what I was reading while I was on the trip. Anyway, so I got this when I was in the UK because I knew that I wanted to pick it up very soon, and I love the UK covers. I wish that I could have gotten the entire trilogy, but they are just so thick and so heavy that bringing them back just was not at all reasonable. I could not come up with a good excuse to buy all of them and have to lug them back to the US. And so I just decided to get the second book in the series, and I've been really wanting to pick the series back up really bad. The book that I'm choosing for this prompt is an absolute no-brainer. I'm choosing The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, the second book in Mistborn. Okay, we're starting off strong so far, but for prompt 3, we have Recent purchase. I am just really loving my life right now. Any of these I want to read, okay? So we have The Will of the Many, which I think might be the one that I choose. And then we also have Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I got this book while I was in the UK because I just absolutely loved this cover, but I'm currently reading the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy. I'm actually almost done with the third book. I'm finishing the third book today and I am so upset about it. I am obsessed with the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy, and so I decided to pick this up. But this takes place at a university, and for one, it is very short, which I absolutely love. And I have just come to love V.E. Schwab and her writing, so I honestly think I might choose Vicious, because I also think I'll be choosing The Will of the Many somehow for another prompt. So I'm gonna save The Will of the Many, but I will probably choose it for another prompt. But I think I'm gonna choose Vicious for this prompt because I just really want to read V.E. Schwab's entire backlog. So Vicious is the third book on my TBR. And it is now time for prompt 4. Let's see. Dang it. Okay, so we got less than 350 pages, which I think Vicious is less than 350 pages. 340 pages is Vicious. So that would have been absolutely perfect for that prompt, which is kind of upsetting. I don't know why I'm upset about getting that prompt because it is honestly God sent. So let's see. I have very few books that are under 350 pages. I feel like Vicious might actually be one of the only ones that is less than 350 pages. We have The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. This is 320 pages. We have Under the Whispering Door, which is the same author as The House in the Cerulean Sea, which I loved that book. It is just over 350 pages. Maybe Dragonfall, which this has also been on my TBR for the past 3 months, I think. Okay, so this one is 334 pages. So we are between Dragonfall and The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea, and I'm honestly drawn more towards Dragonfall right now. I feel like I want to put Dragonfall on my TBR one last time because if I don't read it this month, I think I need to unhaul it. I think I'm gonna put this on my TBR because, like I said, if I don't read it this month, it is my sign to unhaul it because it has been on my monthly TBR for the past 3 months, I think. So I think we're gonna put Dragonfall on there. Dragonfall is our 4th book on our TBR. So upset that I chose Vicious for the last one because that would have been so perfect. I really just want to get The Will of the Many. I really do. For one of them, I need to get The Will of the Many. Okay, I am praying this one will go with The Will of the Many somehow. Please. Are you kidding me? We have 5-word title. This is one of the prompts that I added yesterday when I was thinking of other prompts. And The Will of the Many is coincidentally a 5-word title. This is a no-brainer, honestly, and I feel like I don't even have that many that are 5 words. Is this the only one that is a 5-word title? Okay, so I didn't even do that on purpose. It may seem like a cheat prompt, but I genuinely was just thinking of prompts and I have a 3-word title that I've had in there for a while. I have a 3-word title, a 1-word title, and then I added a 5-word title. And coincidentally, the only 5-word book that I have is The Will of the Many. And so I have no choice but to put The Will of the Many. Okay, this TBR is looking very large, but I'm not at all mad about it. They're all books I've been wanting to read so bad. So I'm honestly really happy with this TBR so far, but I feel like the 6th prompt could be the one where it kind of messes everything up just a little bit. So let's see what we get for our 6th prompt. I might have been a little hasty with it. Okay, we have favorite cover. This one is kind of a freebie, just a little bit, because I quite honestly buy books based on their cover. I definitely judge books by their cover. This is not bad because there are many covers I really like. Like The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. This is absolutely stunning, but I just don't know if I'm in the mood for this. Like I said, been in the mood for more of an epic fantasy. So I don't know if I'm in the mood for this, but I do really love this cover. Babel, I also like the cover of Babel. I also love this cover of Babel. This is the UK cover, I believe. My parents brought it back whenever they went to the UK 2 years ago. And I do really like this cover, but I don't think I want to choose Babel because I actually want to complete my TBR this month. And I fear if I put Babel on there, it's not gonna happen. Ooh. I do also really love this cover, My Friends by Frederick Bachman. And I kind of feel like putting a more emotional read on my TBR seems like a really, really good option. To be honest, I do feel like this is my favorite cover that's on my TBR. Do I choose My Friend? This would be kind of random in the mix that we have right now, but I think I really, really want to choose My Friends. This has been staring at me on my TBR shelf since it came out, which was it in March when it came out? I don't remember when it came out, but I bought it the week that it released, and I just haven't felt the inkling to pick it up because I've been in a reading slump for the past 3 months. Do I pick up My Friends? I've been really, really craving Frederick Bachman's writing. I actually debated on picking up Us Against You, which is the second book in Beartown. I don't have the book physically, but I have it on my Kindle and audiobook. I have been really, really wanting to dive into Frederick Bachman again. I do already own one of his books, so do I choose My Friends? Honestly, think this is my favorite cover that I have on my TBR, so if we're going with that prompt for one, it is my favorite cover, so I feel like I have to go with it, but I also just really, really want to pick up My Friends this month. Oh my god, I'm actually really, really excited for this. So this is the last book on my November TBR. So for a quick recap of the books that I have on my November TBR, first we have Jade City by Fonda Lee. Next we have The Well of Ascension by Brando Sando. I'm so excited for this one. Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb. The Will of the Many by James Islington. And then My Friends by Frederick Bachman. This is actually the first TBR in a while that I'm actually really, really excited about. I'm actually so excited about every single book on this TBR. Maybe it's a sign that yes, the book buying ban was great because I did read a lot of books on my physical TBR, but also I'm glad that I treated myself to buying more books because I am actually so excited to read again. I think a big part of my reading slump was one, it was the summertime. I'm always in a seasonal depression. I have like reverse seasonal depression where too much heat and sun makes me depressed. As soon as we get a cold front, I just feel myself defrosting. I have been in a bit of a reading slump for that reason, but also because I put myself in a book buying ban. And I'm not saying that I'm just gonna go out and buy books whenever I want, but I have in fact missed being excited about the books that I own, and for the first time in several months I am very, very excited about the books that I own, and I'm very, very excited about this specific TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and picking my November TBR with me, and also if you want to see me shop for any of my new books that I bought while I was in the UK, keep an eye out for my bookish vlog that will be coming out shortly after this video. And if there's any videos in particular that you want to see from me specifically for Bookmas, leave them down below. I would love to hear your ideas. But with all of that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Bye.